For those of you dining in-house tonight, we have a little treat before we give you your final course of the night. Just like when grandma or mom would make your cake or your cookies at home, there's always a wooden spoon, and you got to lick that wooden spoon. So tonight we're sharing the wooden spoon with you. This is what we call our spoon licker. And tonight the spoon licker is a roasted parsnip pudding. The pudding has house-made miso and maple, of course, from trees that we tap ourselves, all mixed in. It's just something for you to give a good lick to get things started. When you're done, set your spoon down. We'll replace it with your silverware for dessert. And then for all of us, both at home and in-house, our dessert tonight is, it's a really interesting story that allows us to tell the history of the Ozarks through the basic pie. And so here the pie is a vinegar pie. Vinegar pie is something that you would serve around this time of year, maybe February, March, maybe a little bit into April. But if you think about it this way, in April, May, really May, June, July, you have berries. And so we start seeing berry pies pop up for treats at the end of the night. And then we get to July and August and maybe September. And of course, there's apples and peaches and some of the other summer fruits. And then when we get to the fall, we turn into the various pumpkins and squashes, which of course we see going into the holidays. And then we get to the dead of winter, let's say December, January, where there's pecan pie, hickory pie, and some of the other nut pies. When we come out of the year, though, there is some fruit that starts to show up. And what that is the fruit that you might have canned the previous season. So down in your cellar, in your cold room, you've canned peaches and all sorts of other things. And all that fruit gets turned into desserts. It allows you to have fresh fruit in the dead of winter. But that gets used up pretty quickly, right? And so what's left now is the liquid in the jars. That liquid, which was used for canning your fruit, has now gone sour. It's turned to vinegar. And that's why we have what's called vinegar pies. Vinegar pies are also called transparency pies or pasture pies. And they're called pasture pies because, well, sometimes the pastor would show up unannounced and you could whip this pie up quickly and have a snack to have with them with some coffee. So tonight we're celebrating that tradition. We're using some of our house-made vinegars. This is a pawpaw vinegar pie. It's being served with Kanako crumble. Kanako is a soybean crumble. It is gluten-free for those of you who care. We're also serving this with a pawpaw vinegar demi-loaf and a few other additional things to round out the dessert. I hope you enjoyed this meal. I hope you enjoyed the dessert and some of the storytelling. Please feel free to share your feedback with us either in person or through emails. If you ever have any questions, reach out, let us know. We're happy to see things coming out of this pandemic and allowing us to open up a little more broadly. We're very proud of the fact that with our specific physical environment here in the restaurant and our diligence with scientifically based precautions, we haven't had anyone on staff get even the sniffles, let alone COVID, this entire year. So we're really happy with that and very much looking forward to getting back to some sense of normalcy. And those of you at home, we look forward to seeing you back in house soon. All right, thank you and have a good night.